The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing. And the 49er hands team does its job. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. That maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
21. Hey, Haywood. Hey, gun.
On first down, Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. What do you need? Hey, alert! Bravo!
Garoppolo on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Push him back. I got you.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, 29 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught in the end zone. So how about that for a statement? They get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it. To the line of scrimmage and no more.
56. Check 56. Go. Check.
On second down, Conner looking for space. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So now, just like that, things changed dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
21. Yes.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
One, Omaha.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go. Jack 16.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead, and that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
55, Mike 55. Hey, watch the screen.
Hey, gun.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
He's checking.
12. I got this.
Let's go, right here.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He lets this one fly toward the back. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
First down run for Connor, not going to get much. Maybe a yard. Second down. The tackle by Eric Armstead. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
They're on 46-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On the screen, this is Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that's off the mark, incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
198. Hey, Alpha. Watch the run. They're running, man. 198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Garoppolo now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
Lock. Hey, team 6.
98 to Mike. Watch the pass. 198.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
11. Hey, Delta. Hey, gun.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
44. Check, Mike 57. Mike 57.
Here's Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
21. Here we go. Hey, high 7.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will extend the lead to 11-0. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Blue 30. Who that?
Roethlisberger will throw. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as a team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback, has really energized that club.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
12, fellas, here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
I got you. Hey, echo. Here we go. Mike 55, man.
Here we go on fourth down with Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
San Francisco.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a first and 10.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
21. 2.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
65.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
12, fellas, here we go.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Start. Like 5.
I got him.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Watch twist. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Double dog. That's the way.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 23 yards, the final tally. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams, Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. But bottom line is Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional game. So when it comes to, when you get it all together, and maybe that would be a wild card, I would guess, because they'd be the 4th team in. But when you put it all together, it is absolutely wide open about who wins the NFC and represents for the Lombardi Trophy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Here we go. 180.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
There's Garoppolo to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Check the backer.
One, Omaha.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Now Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Anton Exum. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here I come.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 30-yard
Get him, boys.
line.
Get him, boys.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
In your face.
12. 65.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, 30 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but thought it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. This doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
On the counter, it's Connor. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Like 80. 57. Here it comes. 50.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 18 yards, first down Niners.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
I got this.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Niners 24, Steelers nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Conner. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway with this lead and the football. Things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
21.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
65.
Garoppolo now. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
My grandmother did the same. It smelled terrible. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Coleman. He finds an opening past the 40. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it? Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add two more onto their lead. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, we got it. We got it. Good job, D. Good job, D.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting him out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. Time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of